Good morning, everybody. Iggy here, the Mind of Iggy. Iggy and his mind and all the things that roll around. Hey, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about just how we self-motivation. What is that? What does that mean to be self-motivated? A self-motivator, somebody who does things, doesn't need anybody to push them. But I'm here to tell you, sometimes we need to kick that self-motivation into gear. Because there's nobody who's going to get your butt out of bed. There's no one who's going to brush your teeth. There's nobody who's going to wipe your butt. There's nobody who's going to give you a shower. There's no one's going to feed you unless you cook it yourself. You really got to get on it. We all have to. Right now we're all kind of hitting this stagnant button. We're just kind of moping around and just moping around because the whole world is a mess. Okay, so the world's a mess. What can we do? Nothing. But it doesn't mean we can't do something. Yeah, we can do something. We can try to work to get ourselves in a better frame of mind. How do we do that? Well, that's your journey. That's part of your test. That's part of your life to figure that out. You can listen to motivational, inspirational, watch movies, listen to music. I don't know how you're going to do it. But the only person who's going to change your life is you. Only you can change it. Other people can inspire you and bring ideas to you. And those ideas get really exciting from time to time. But until then, it's really up to you. So pull yourself out of bed, stop pushing the snooze button, stop doing all those things that, thinking that you're going to catch up with sleep, because there's no such thing as catching up with sleep. Once you lose it, you've lost it forever. All right, guys. So basically, you're in charge. You're in charge. I'm in charge. Everybody's in charge of their own lives and their own destinies. The only thing we can do is experience the destinies that are put forth us. Okay? Because with the beginning and at the end, those are pretty much landlocked. Those are pretty much set in stone, how that ends, how that story ends. But in the middle, there's a whole plethora of beautiful things that can happen. There's a whole amazing journey that can take place. And so many of us, because of doubt, fear, and sometimes mental illness, yes, and sometimes because we believe what other people say. And that's probably the biggest thing. The biggest and the hardest thing is that we trust other human beings. We trust other people in our lives, in our circles, that sometimes they give us the right answer. And you know what? I'm here to tell you something. Be careful where you get your information. If this information doesn't suit you, then don't listen to it. All truths are half-truths, okay? So if I'm saying something you don't resonate with, own that for yourself. You don't have to take it and put it in your heart. But here's the thing. Sometimes we gather information from sources and places that, that don't really know. It's kind of like if you want to be a world-class athlete, you don't hang out with certain people. You hang out with world-class athletes. You want to be a business person, then you hang out with business people. You hang out with the people that you want to be associated with. You hang out in the groups of people that you want to be, inspired by. Inspiration is perspiration too. You have to do the work. You really have to get out there and you really have to push yourself sometimes. And yes, you do have to push yourself sometimes because you're human. Because here's the thing. You think you're your body. You think that your body dictates. Your body dictates only because it's not functioning properly. Our mind is where everything begins. Everything that we think of, anything that we dream of, anything we imagine starts here. And it cascades through our body, cascades through our heart and through our spirit. Okay? We're like a Rubik's Cube, changing and twisting and turning all the time, trying to match the colors that we think we need. And sometimes we get red, sometimes we get white, and then sometimes we get the whole thing solved, and then we start over again. But the cool thing about it is our bodies and our mind work in collaboration. And sometimes the vehicle is not as good and is not as tuned up as the mind. So to think that you have to have both amply working simultaneously, side by side, at top notch is not true. How many of you drive your cars? Some of you don't have brakes in your cars. Some of you are wanting to fix a part. Some of you have the engine light on. Some of you are driving down the road knowing that you could cause an accident. We're all like this. We all kind of have our engine lights on. Sometimes we have one bad wheel. And sometimes, we have a torn seat in our car. It's not a perfect situation. But we do the best we can in the moment and with the tools we have. So get out there, motivate, because you're the only one who can really get yourself going. There's a lot of things you can do, but sometimes It's up to us. No one's going to drag me out of bed. I have to push myself out of bed. And if I don't do it, then I miss the day, I miss opportunities, I miss adventures, and I lay in bed. Sure, bed feels good, feels great, okay? But I'm going to tell you, my mom should tell me, she says, you can sleep when you die. And I always laugh at that statement, but I get what she's saying. She says, live life to its fullest. Live it to its best. And if you don't know how to do that, then figure it out. That's your job. That's your journey. To figure it out, what that means, to live to the extent. Right now, we're in situations where everybody's living in fear. Not everybody, but a majority of our population is. Fear. False evidence appearing real. Because it is real in our head. Because we make it. We manifest it. We cook it. We bake it. And we chop it and we share it. Okay? So try to take the feelings and emotions you have and turn them into something better. Turn them into something that would be positive. It's okay to be on the side of caution and to know that things are a certain way. But you know what? There's a beautiful world out there. When's the last time you looked out your door and said, that's a beautiful tree. That's a beautiful sky. Oh my God, look at that little caterpillar. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is the best cup of coffee I ever had. That coffee would taste 10 times better when you appreciate it and think about all the people it took to get it to your table. Yes, a lot of people took a lot of people to get to your table. The migrant worker, the distribution system, I'm leaving out a lot of steps, but you know what? You get my point. So if you want to make a difference in your world, you want to make a difference in your life, then it starts with you. It doesn't matter. You can't blame it on your spouse. You can't blame it on your significant other. You can't blame it on anybody. That's what I used to do. And you know what? And you know what happens? Sometimes the painful things happen. Things fall away. People fall away. People that don't serve you fall away. And sometimes you realize you're alone for a moment. And then you find a new group of friends, a new group of energies, a new group of things to align yourself with. And the process starts over. And you have to clean house. You have to start over and, foster new relationships. But that's part of life, man. Meeting new people, saying hello to somebody down the street. We're so afraid to say hi. We're so afraid to shake hands because we're afraid we might get contagious. We hit elbows. We fist pump. Okay, fine, that works. But the thing is, we are the ones who can dictate and navigate the world that we live in, because every day we're the ones that we look in the mirror and we say, what are we going to do today? And sometimes we're the ones that say, oh my God, I feel terrible today. But those are our self-talk. Our self-talk is super important. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to do it for me. No one's going to do it for you, ever. Maybe help. There may be people who help you. Don't get that confused what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the ultimate changes in your life that you want to see. Quit using excuses. Quit being the one to say, oh, well, I can't do it because of these factors and I don't have enough money. To enjoy life is not about having money. Enjoying life is about enjoying life. If you can't find enjoying life, then look it up. Figure it out. Well, look at other people's lives. What are they doing that you're not doing? What is you doing? Moping around and complaining ain't going to cut it. All right, my friends. Mind of Iggy. Get off your ass. Get moving. If you want things to change, you got to do it. You got to move that rudder. Turn that steering wheel. Change that tire. Check the engine light in your life. You have to be the one who changes it. Nobody else can do it. No matter how much you put it in anybody else's hand, only thing that people can give you is a slight inspiration, a slight kick, a slight push. But in the end, you have to be the motor that moves your ass. It moves you through life. It moves you into the places you need to be. So if you want better in your life, it's up to you. And with that, I say ho'oponopono, matakuyasin. I will see you guys next time. It's good to be here. Enjoy, and I will see everybody on Sunday at the Drum Circle at Ash Cave. Take care, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to have fun. Bye-bye.